Hello, Slick. Welcome. Hello. Thank you for joining me again. Sylvia Shares here. Welcome to my YouTube channel and Instagram. So, today I would like to give some advices to small business owners that are just beginning or aspiring to begin. Some of the advice that can help you. And today I will also share on the mistakes that I did when I had my physical business, so that in this way you can be able to learn the best way you can avoid or make it better so that you can have a successful business. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't hesitate to click on the like button if you like any of the comments, share some love. And on top of that, subscribe to my YouTube channel. On Instagram, it's on my bio profile. And on YouTube, just click on the bell and subscribe. See the red button down there? Please. Thank you for checking me out, and especially now that I've been sharing a lot on investment ideas, so that all followers can create a rich portfolio and to have multiple earning streams. So I have shared very many different ideas on stock exchange, cryptocurrency, affiliate marketing, e-commerce, drop shipping, and all the ideas that you need to enrich yourself to make sure that you attain time and financial freedom. And why are we attaining time and financial freedom? So that we can live, love, and learn. Those are my themes, because I believe we were all made to be able to appreciate life. And so this is the reason why I'm so passionate about this channel, and that I hope that those who are on Instagram can get to follow the YouTube channel that is on the bio profile. Because at this time in age and time, we do not need to say we are broke anymore. You cannot fear losing your job anymore, because you have so many options, so many options to be able to learn from the comfort of your home, and to be able to still succeed in it. So for those who have started, who have taken the step to be able to start the physical business, is where this will apply much more. And I can share a little bit on the digital side with the advice of how far things are, and some of the advice that can enable you to grow better and to be able to avoid falling down. Okay, so first and foremost, the most important advice is strategy. If you plan out well, Warren Buffett likes to say, "A fool with a plan," or is it Jim Rohn? My bad. Like either of them, they're both my mentors. I love them both. So anyway, either of them says that a fool with a plan is capable of succeeding, compared to an intelligent person with no plan. Um, so thank you so much, Slick, for giving me the feedback on that. Don't hesitate to check out the YouTube channel directly also. So strategy is so important. And so how do you go about the strategy? By putting your plans down on what is your purpose? Why do you want to start the business? Why do you want to put it in place? Giving yourself these reasons first, writing them down in your head, planning them. We always say, if you dream something, you're able to write it down, and you're able to manifest it much better, because you are having a plan, and you're able to realize it better because you are strategizing. So strategizing starts with having the purpose. Why are you starting this business? And in knowing why you're starting the business, it enables you to look for how you can be able to put it into place, put it into realization, and making it now accessible to the customer. And also knowing your why will enable you to find your customers properly. How are you going to reach your customers? How are you going to be able to find them? What do they need? And this is now you delivering. Your why is almost like solving an existent problem, or because you have seen there's demand for that service that you want to provide, that you have a much better strategy on how best to deliver it. Because the next advice is always to think customer service, customer service, customer service. How best can I serve the customer? You think customer service, you sleep customer service, you are like breathing customer service. How best will I serve the customer? How best will I deliver the business so that it can be a complete success? And so once you have put in place the strategy, you have defined your target market or your kind of clients that you want. Now it is asking yourself, am I going to have it as a physical business or am I going to have it as a digital business? And your position in finding out where you have to be, I would advise really, really deeply from my heart, take your time. You know, when I began the physical business, I don't know whether it was fear. Yes, because you have two children and my husband. And so you are in a hurry because you're telling yourself, like, you need to earn money quickly. And so we kind of rushed ourselves so fast into everything that we we jumped on the first occasion, but it costed us a hell lot of money. So paying very, very high rent, and if you have a very high rent, it means your costings are so high. So this now brings me to the next point: budgeting. Budgeting is so important. I have shared before on one factor that is very important is always having a coach, somebody to guide you, somebody to mentor you, somebody to like assist you in trying to understand, like, how does this go about? How much do you pay the employees? How much are you supposed to pay for taxes? We all have to pay Caesar what belongs to Caesar, right? So these are part of the things that you need to be putting onto paper to really understand how are you going to run this business the best way possible. And so now that you're budgeting, you have be able to find, even if it's just a place that is small, try and limit yourself to your budget. Because the next advice I would definitely persist and insist on is keep the largest amount for spare, for miscellaneous. Because there's nothing as bad as having started something and then you find yourself at the end when you are supposed to now finally realize everything, put everything in place, and you find yourself, you're like, there's no more cash. What do? How are you going to go about finding the solution? And so this literally like frustrates and everything. And so I don't want you to be able to suffer and get frustrated and everything. So always remember to put a large sum on the side for miscellaneous purposes, because you will realize there's some things, tiny bit of things that you will not think about in the long run when you're already running the business and you tell yourself, like, oh my goodness, why didn't I think about this? And the other most important thing to think about first as you are setting up your business is look for insurance. Cover yourself first, like, don't tell yourself, like, oh, I'm going to set up everything and once I'm ready is when I'm going to like pay for the insurance and everything. Trust me, it is like so important that you put in place the insurance, because if anything happens even to the workers who are working in place for you, or if anything even drops even on yourself, like while the renovations are going in place or something of the sort, you honestly do not want to find yourself again paying extra bills that you can avoid. So insuring yourself is like number one, even before like telling yourself, oh, I'll put things here, the telephone is going to be here. Just cover yourself. and putting in place the security. Because if you give yourself the insurance, then you are sure that at least if anything happens, at least the insurance will give you some sort of backup, by assisting you, by helping you. We always pray that nothing happens, for sure, right? But there are always surprises. So number one, strategy, as I said, budgeting. And then by budgeting, visit so many places before you put out your business. And then try the maximum possible to, just take that good time, take good advice, and compare. Don't focus on one person and say, oh, this person told me this. And don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to ask as many questions as possible, because if you don't ask and then you find yourself learning along the way, which is part of what mistake I had with my husband, for example, is we were in such a rush because we were worried, like, oh, we shouldn't stick with the money, and we need an income coming in, and we need to make sure that the business is running and it's going. So don't be in a rush, learn from my mistake, and be able to just take your time so that you can understand how best to run your business in the best way possible. So we have set up the insurance. And then next is, like security. Either it's physical security or an alarm system or something of a sort, because by putting the alarm system, the cameras and everything, it really helps to be able to just cover up for the materials, that you're sure that everything is running, that you can control everything even from a distance, to know that, to make sure that everything is secure in the business premises where you're trying to put up the business and all that. And now, once you have set up everything and you have already searched on the equipment and you have really taken the time to compare, the other advice is don't hesitate to compare, because the more you compare, the better prices, the better quality. And I can guarantee you, you do not find yourself regretting later on down the line, where you're taking, let's say, maybe furniture that is worth maybe 1.5 million when you could have paid for it only maybe 500,000. Like, let's say now that's $5,000, for example, and instead you're paying for it 15,000 just because you're in a hurry. And this is like a frustration. I am begging all you new business owners and starting businesses, do not be in a rush. Kindly take your time, really compare. Like, I would always say, like, maybe take 6 months while you're still working, and also read the book by Robert Kiyosaki, Before Quitting Your Job. And the book is literally just like that. And he really advises you on the best way to put strategy in place in such a way that you are able to, leverage yourself as much as possible, and the cash coming in from your employment until you are comfortable. It's the best way to go. My mistake, or rather our mistake, we quit our jobs with 2 children on our backs. And we went ahead and said we are going to start a business. So you can imagine that it was a huge mistake. Anyway, now you have set up. Oh, and one other thing to make sure is, with your certificates, make sure everything is like up to date. You do not want to find yourself down the line, you do not maybe have health certificates for your employees, or you have not put in place an insurance policy maybe for your employment employees, or something of a sort. And because if government comes into control, ignorance is not nobody will spare you for ignorance at all. You won't start saying like, oh, I didn't know that, I should have had that, I didn't know that. Like, you cannot be spared at all. So be 100% sure that you have all your paperwork and certificates all in order and accessible somewhere where you and a person of confidence can be able to get the documents in such a way that you are always covered. So if your insurance policies are all in order, government is all in order, and now we are going to start the business. So how do you start looking for your clients? Have you prepared the flyers? Have you put a budget for your marketing and communication? How are you going to distribute yourself out there? Because when you're starting a company, my best advice, like literally go on the rooftop and shout about it. It's not really like shouting per se, like I'm talking out loud right now, but the more you're seen, the more people will get to know you are existent. The more you are being like, spread yourself large in such a way that if it's Instagram, you're being seen on Instagram, you're showing off your products or your business, like what you're doing, get to talk about it, go into groups, talk about it. And once you have been able to spread yourself out large, then you do some sort of like small opening of your business or something of a sort. And then once you have seen this beginning to be following, get to learn about your clients. What are they looking for? What do they desire? By you knowing what your client needs is the first thing and step that will enable you to satisfy them the best way possible. Because if you go beyond their expectation, you're going to see your clients will just keep coming back and back and back and back. And if especially you are able to just get their contacts, create a rapport with them and everything, and then you are going to be sure that you're going to maintain your clients in place. And then another thing is to also just make sure now you have a grand opening and that they can be able to discover everything that you're offering, and enables you to, for them to talk about it or something of the sort. The other best advice I would give now these small businesses, so that you can continue running smoothly, make sure that with your employees, for example, I always say, if you're able to treat your employees in a nice way, if you give them good benefits, if you treat them like they're your babies, you will definitely be served better, because they're your first contact towards your client. So if your employees are not happy, if you mistreat them, if you talk to them badly, if you don't pay them well, they get to be taken away easily, and your investment at the beginning then will have just gone to waste for no reason. So make sure like you literally treat your employees like, not like your babies per se, because you'll find some are older than you or something of the sort, but you definitely want to make sure that at least you're offering them insurance policy. If it's transport, try and make sure that they don't live far away from where you work, because their security is your security. If they come to work on time, you're a happy person, you're a happy business owner, right? And so just try and make sure that you find out even about them a little bit. Are they housed properly? Because a frustrated employee equals to a falling business. If they come to work, their mind is not settled, it means they don't give their best to your customers. So really investing yourself so much into your employees is like key, like super, super, super important. So that advice you really want to try and make sure you factor into your head. And then, make sure that at the beginning, by the way, while planning, I'm sure you've thought about your logo. I'm sure you've thought about maybe registering yourself. You've definitely thought about putting up uniforms, because when something is more uniform, it creates some sort of standard, and this standard speaks for itself. So by making sure now you have the uniforms maybe for the employees and everything, you just guarantee and request that they stay clean, they stay neat all the time, that at least even if that they get to wash and just iron. Because the best way, if they present themselves to the customer will feel there's a good cleanliness and environment, that they want to come more and more and be able to stay into what you're offering or what you're giving them and everything. And then the other advice I would say that is very, very important is to always try and get back some sort of feedback from your customers. Try and find out, like, from your beginning, how are you finding things so far? Getting to just hear their idea, finding out what they think about your business can also be like a good thing, because then you're able to position yourself in a better way. You're able to grow. You're able to keep improving. Never stop improving. Never stop thinking about every day how to make things better and all that. And you remember that I talked about the spare cash, that you need to put a lot on the side and always like have spare money and everything. It comes in handy now when you have to do the extra things that you can add to just top it up and make things more valuable and even better. And my other advice that I would literally beg that, seriously, 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 if you're starting a business, I beg you, like, do not mix friendship with business. Keep your friends apart, that they can come and support you, but do not mix friendship with the business in such a way that you try to put the best rapport possible, so that you do not find it almost like a problem to be able to communicate in case there's something that is bothering you and you're not able to speak out because the friendship has come in between, and you're not able to find a way around it on how best to get out of that problem. And the last but not least of advice that I wanted to share is making sure that you are getting your coach to just grow with the person. Like, somebody who will guide you, follow you, support you, give you some sort of advice, and just see how things are going and everything. I already have a video on that. Don't hesitate to watch it. I'll put it on the side as you follow the YouTube channel, and get to like if you're enjoying the content. And I really, really am wishing you the best in this business. If you're running this business, I know you will definitely succeed. The best and the last advice. Nothing is as vital as taking care of yourself. If you are going to run the business and you do not remember how important you are as a person, if you don't take care of your health, if you don't take care of your just minding to find time to breathe, to calm your spirit down, to try and get a way to give yourself strength. Do some sports in the morning. Do some meditation in the morning. Like, do check out what the successful businesses are doing. Remain healthy, because what's the point of you making so much money or working so hard, and you get to the end and you can't even enjoy that success, just simply because you didn't take care of yourself, because you simply did not think about staying healthy, and your mindset. You do not want stress to blow you out. That's the reason why connecting, like just finding one day when you can connect with superpower. For me, I believe in God, so looking up to a higher spirit, that guidance, to just reconnect, to find yourself, to a bit stay away from your business a little bit, just once a week or something of a sort. At the beginning, it's very frustrating. It's not easy, but this will help you stay focused. It will help you to gather your mind together and always, keep growing and becoming better. And every single time, do not forget to remind yourself every single time, why did I start this business? Why am I running this business? And because when you keep asking yourself, why did I start this business? This is what keeps you going. It's what keeps you, what enables you to keep offering the best service and to keep offering the best quality to your customers, and so that everybody is satisfied, you are satisfied, because your business will grow well and your clients are going to be very happy. Wouldn't you agree with me? I do not know if you have any comments, and just to make it a little bit interactive, I don't know if you are finding this advice like helpful, and if it's making you realize that it is gonna be okay. And one thing, it's not an easy journey. Like at the beginning, you will feel like pulling your head out or something of the sort. So this is the reason why having somebody else to talk to, it will literally just help you so much, so that you are able to stay focused and be able to run your business in the best way possible. So, if you like this video, if you like the advice that I have shared, give it to somebody. If it's a friend who is starting a business, you would be helping them to just hear out the bits of what I have shared. Maybe it's a point they haven't thought about, then they can be able to remember and be able to share with another person. So don't forget to share, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and just write me in the comments, tell me what you think, and if you would like any advice, I would really be glad to support and help you out. So remember to live, love, and learn. Let's all get all to enjoy life. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.